Purple Playroom at 10 minutes past 10 on Gabs FM, Power to Engage Your World. Welcome to the greatest nighttime radio show on the air right now. It is called the Purple Playroom. I go by the name WolfLikeRoss. My friends call me Ross, so of course you are welcome to call me that as well. I host this beautiful show every Tuesday between 10 p.m. and midnight with my good friend and colleague, Miss Cathy Malejane, otherwise known in the streets as Curious Cat. Hello.
How are you, Ross?
Man, I can't complain.
Yeah?
I'd be lying.
I am excited about tonight's episode.
You look good too.
Thank you so much.
You came ready to do that.
As do you. I am so ready. I am so excited.
Yeah.
Because last week, the girls gave it up.
The girls were giving it up.
And so I'm hoping this week that the men will
that
do
the guys
same,
will give it up
right?
as well. Yeah. I think it should be easier to get it out of them than it was the ladies.
I don't know though.
You think so?
I don't know.
Why not?
Because men don't talk about certain things.
Do they really not?
I really don't think they do. Because even the little research that I did seemed to suggest that. But how excited are we to have our guest in studio?
100%. We're talking guy talk, or we're doing guy talk this episode of the Purple Playroom, following up from last week's conversation based on the ladies and what they talk about in their little naughty spaces. So we're going to get into the guy space. And how gracious of a very good friend of mine to join us tonight. His name, ladies, gents, boys, girls, is Maxx Tokeyo.
Aloha.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
We are well. We're really happy to have you.
I'm gassed to be here.
Yep.
Thank you for indulging our impulsive thoughts.
Yo,
That's one.
Yeah.
I told you I commented on your last post from last week, and I was like, if I could just join, can I? Is there a line?
Come, you guys.
Wait, is there a line?
Yeah.
To answer your question, you'd be shocked at how, I guess, reserved people are in that way. Yeah.
You didn't get a lot of male takers
Especially
to be
men.
like,
Especially men.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't.
So, this
I
is a
know.
blessing to us. It's just that you would, be so willing to join us, is because they're usually very cagey.
No, I'm super honored, and I think, I'm gonna represent the guys. Guys, I'm representing you tonight.
Yeah.
And, I'll speak on the things that they don't want to speak on.
Do you think that they want us to know their secrets?
I think they do.
Yeah?
I think they want you guys to know. I just don't think that there's conventions for them to be able to tell you.
You think so?
In a way.
But men are so forward also.
That's the thing. I find that, and that's the paradox of it all, right? Because on one hand, they're the go-getters. They are, the getting out there, doing it, making things happen. And then at the same time, they're out here not trying to
Then they
say
get shy.
I think for the most part, maybe they think you never want to sort of down the partner that you're with, or to make them feel like they are sexually inadequate. You know what I mean? In some way.
Yeah.
And I think for men, we really think because we have this provider mind state that if I tell her that the sex isn't banging, she's going to explode internally, and then that's gonna ruin my experience.
A lot of men are
so
afraid
I'd
of
rather
that.
just not tell her.
But then, wouldn't you rather have a point where you have honest communication, and then you're able to say, I'd really love us to try 1, 2, 3, or perhaps we could do DEF, as compared to just keeping, and then you're just sucking it in and having terrible sex?
I mean, yeah, guys are likely going to. Guys are dogs.
And then what? He's gonna go cheat? Oh, wow.
Guys are
okay.
dogs.
So he's gonna have terrible
Guys are
sex and then go find good
dogs.
sex somewhere else.
It depends on his tolerance. I'll say this.
Oh, wow.
Listen,
I mean, it's just-
listen. Guys, I'm with you, but I'm with you. Listen, stick with me,
Yes,
right?
yes.
It depends on the tolerance of the man. Some men might be able to just hold it out. A lot of men keep things in, so when they end up coming out, they explode. They're just when a bunch of small things have happened, they're just
It's
and the sex is
passive-aggressive.
horrible.
But and you see, that's the part that I just don't get, right?
Yeah.
Because clearly, if you're not enjoying what is going on, right, then you ultimately most likely go find it somewhere else. As opposed to if this person ticks all the other boxes, which is why you're getting intimate with them, right?
Yes.
Because we talk about this all the time. You need to vet them. You need to be
Oh,
friends,
men don't do
blah.
that, Kathy. Don't bring your girly things into men.
Oh,
Men, if
we
they
just-
want to have sex, they
men.
go and
We're just
have
having
sex.
sex.
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
so,
they're not. seeing if you have a great
fine.
personality or
Wait. So you didn't do all of that. You're just having sex, and there's bad sex. That means that's not even gonna last that long.
No,
Because you're not gonna make any effort.
I actually have an interesting take,
Okay.
right? Like, I think that men don't think about good sex or bad sex. I don't think
As
it's
long as
the
you come. Basically.
essentially.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, I think they chalk it up to the women that they're with, and they're like, oh, she's the woman I wanted, and so I have her, and so the sex has gotta be amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's
it's amazing because they mentally went in there.
yeah,
wanting
I've
it
asked
to
a
be.
couple of the few guy friends I have.
Yeah.
Like it's they don't have a meter or a radar on what's good sex and what's bad sex for them. Like, it's just sort of sex.
Okay, can I ask you kind of what's going to be maybe a difficult question to answer, but just take your time answering it is.
Okay.
What is the difference between for you guys what was a great sexual experience and what wasn't? Because there's people in your mind when you think about really good sex as a man, there's a couple of names that come, there's a couple of faces that pop into your head. And then there's a bad sexual experience if Ross sits across from you and asks you now, and there's a couple of faces that pop into your head also. What is the difference on the spectrum between those two experiences?
I've had bad sexual encounters.
Okay.
Like, I've had bad sexual encounters, and then I've
How
had.
do you term it a bad sexual encounter? What will have happened?
It wasn't enjoyable for me, and it was.
Was it a lack of
She
sexual
wasn't
chemistry?
responding.
It was like she was
was-
fueling my mental ego. Like, it's like, I'm happy that she's here and we're doing this.
Yes.
But the experience between us isn't as intimate, number one. Like, intimacy is important for guys, whether they admit it or not.
Yeah.
Like, but I want to feel like I am wanted there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, not that like I'm a tool also being used for something.
So that is
you
part
know?
of what can make it a bad sexual
part of what
experience.
can
Is
make
if
it-
you feel like you're a tool.
You're just a tool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
so there's
just
no
there to get-
there's that connection is not there. The chemistry is not
It's
really
not
vibrant.
there,
Yeah.
and it like, look, chemistry, it varies, right? Like, it's based on you, how you feel like, okay, this is how I like it, right? Like, another thing I would say is, I don't know, what can make it the difference between a bad sexual experience and a good one? Activity, participation.
Okay, so
Right.
Don't just starfish it.
Met
like-
a lot of ton of chickens. Like, listen, met a lot of,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And I think it's
So let me just tell the listener who can't see the gestures that you guys are making. Ross actually said starfish, and then Max also did the motion, so the hands are both out
Yeah.
wide.
Just, you know,
This
spread eagle
female
and-
was just lying
honestly,
on the
I'm
bed,
No,
and she was not doing anything.
yeah,
chicken.
I think she's also like, I am the prize. I'm here. Like, you got me. You're welcome.
You're welcome, right?
I'm here. So, like, if sex is gonna happen, then
Great for you.
great for you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and then I also think this is a personal one. I think shared pleasure.
Yeah.
Like, I think shared pleasure is an important thing. Like, I might be having a blast, but if you're not, then it's just awkward.
Yeah,
Then it's
okay.
just awkward. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So I think those are the top three. There's
Yeah.
probably a couple other little ones.
Yeah.
There's probably a couple other
Yeah.
little ones that I can.
I mean, and we're gonna be trying to get them as the show goes on.
100%.
Yeah, they're gonna show up. They're gonna pop up. They're gonna pop up. They're gonna pop up.
Okay, let's before we take a break, I think what we can get out of the way is men's sexual experience. I have been extremely curious about this. Cathy's also been curious about this, and I'm trying to kind of myth bust with you here,
Okay.
but I asked her, I had the opportunity to ask a few guys that I was with over the weekend about their first time encounters and their first sexual experiences. A lot of the time, the myth that I wanted to bust was, is it always or is it usually with older girls? Because you get that story a lot.
Yeah. And then not only is it with an older woman, female, but there is also a level of coercion that goes into it.
Yeah, well,
a lot of the time.
It's a lot of, you couldn't have known what you were getting into. And if you really look back on it, for you, it seems like a win, but also you might have been taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And do men even realize that?
In fact, a lot of men were also defiled because they were under the age when
100%. They think,
happened.
I was
And
14 and she was 30.
So they think it was cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I've my personal experience, and we mentioned earlier off air, like the generation gap changes a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's not so wide. I mean, I'm 30 now. I was born in 95, but like it changes in the sense that it was conquest.
Yeah.
Like, I just need
to get it done.
Girl, man.
I need it under my belt.
And then after I get a girl, I need like the right girl. I need the girl that I want.
So you have to get it out of the way.
You have to get it out the way. And
interesting.
And because you're a virgin, being like a virgin as a guy, it's kind of like you're broken at birth.
It's like a defect.
Okay,
it's like a
defect. Not cool. It's
at a certain
embarrassing.
age, you cannot be a virgin.
At least from my experience, at least when I was coming up, like it was like you're broken.
At what age?
By the time you're like 12, 13.
No way.
By the time you're like 12, 13, they're asking you, and let me say this, right? Like not full on Donkey Kong, but I'll say like maybe some oral, like maybe something, like maybe
you had to do something.
You had to have done something
this is
sexual.
By your peers. By the time you're 12,
this is by my
13.
peers. My peers are some of them, half of them are lying to me about what they've done sexually. The other half, like, they could have done it. They could have done it. Like, they could have done it. So, like, by the time I'm in my first year in high school, by the time I'm in my first year in high school, it's kind of like a race of like
who's making out with girls, who's touching girls, who's doing this. Get it gone. Oh man. Wow. And that's probably, that probably brings us to why it's always older girls, because girls at that age that you're talking about are never ready or seldom ready.
Yeah.
So it'll never be you losing you guys' virginities to each other.
Yeah, they're never ready. It's definitely not like the movies.
Yeah.
It's not like baby when we're ready and we're both 16 and we meet by the airstrip and it's all this whole magical. It's definitely not like that for most guys, at least.
Can I tell you a conversation I had with a friend also this weekend? He said for him it was also, and his boys at the time, it was a thing of they got their experience with older girls, because also if you were now then engaging in a sexual experience with a virgin, a girl your age, your peer, you had to have some kind of experience. Like, it was embarrassing for you both to be virgins. You had to come through with a little bit more experience, because it was such a huge deal for her that you had to kind of lead the way.
You have to lead the way.
Yeah.
What, is she going to show you the ropes?
Yeah.
What is she going to show you the ropes?
No, she's not. I had a guy, the same guy says he actually lied about being a virgin to this girl. So she wasn't a virgin, but he was. He lied about being a virgin. And at some point she says, okay, can you hit it from the back? He's like, I don't know how to do that.
I can't do it in reverse.
I
lied about being a virgin from 13. Yeah, 13. I was 13. And up until 16. I lost my virginity at 16 years old. That's
a decent age.
It's decent. Yeah. It's decent. Yeah. And honestly, because I was a nerd, I didn't know how to interact with women at the time, and I didn't know how to tell them, like, hey dude, like, I'm a horny teenager.
Yeah. And we were all really horny teenagers.
And we're all horny teenagers. Yeah. Like, but I'm really interested in you, So and it was definitely an older woman.
Yeah.
Did she make the move on you?
Yeah, damn straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was just I don't know. She was a beautiful older woman, and she was, I guess, it was sort of a thing I could be like, to tell the guys like
I did that.
Yeah, nobody in school,
Yeah.
but like I have somebody outside school. She's actually an older girl. And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Oh,
this
you
is
were
what
so
I
cool,
did.
Max.
You know what I mean? Like, but to be honest, I wasn't even a cool guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't even a cool guy. I was late.
Yeah.
So like I said, I was lying the entire time.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys that lied at 13 with me, the other 50%, they probably got it done in a year after that.
You know, the terminology really makes it seem like this shameful thing that needs to go away. Like they got it done.
Bro, you
What?
can't be having no virginity.
Virginity.
Oh, you can't be a virgin.
You know, and you know, I'm just thinking about how when you flip the script and talk about the different, the other gender, for women it's such a, oh, I'm gonna prize this, blah blah blah. At least it used to be.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't. Maybe I'm so out of touch. Perhaps Ross, you can fill me in on how that went for women.
On how what went for women?
Virginity. Is it,
Virginity was
you
a
wanna get
very
rid of it?
sacred thing. It was for okay. All right, let me share my personal experience. By the time I lost my virginity, you guys, it was a thing to get rid of.
Okay.
I was like, there's no way. I was in my second year of varsity, you know, and, you know, listen, he's like, yeah, me too. I was in my second year of varsity. Everybody was having sex. I was just as horny as everybody else, but I just wasn't getting, I was chickening out a lot. And at some point I thought to myself, you know what? I had wanted to do this with somebody special, but I think that to get over the fear of it and to take the pressure off, I need to get rid of this thing. And once I do that, you know, this
it'll open a world into...
And it really did. But, you know, also serendipity because, you know, I also lost my virginity to the first person I ever kissed, which was like in high school. So it was just like a full circle.
So you guys looped.
So we
like
looped.
You guys kissed and then like took a break and then...
You know, few years in between, 4 years in between. And then, you know, we did that.
Was he leading the way?
You mean at the time in between?
No, like I mean when you guys finally
when it finally
capitulated.
happened. I hope my mom doesn't watch this. I hope my mom doesn't watch this because I was home alone and I was having a house party and he happened to be there and my best friend at the end of the night was like, you better go in there and...
Do you know if he was a virgin or not?
No, he was not.
Yeah, he was definitely not.
He was not. That made me feel a little bit better. You know, and that's how it happened. And we saw each other for a little bit after that. And then, yeah, that was it. So that's the story of my Ross's virginity.
So you did actually kind of keep it as a sacred something as compared to...
I mean, it made me feel less... It made me more comfortable that it was him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it made me
So
feel
there's
more
that
comfortable
level of
that it was him.
specialness that
Yeah,
you
but
can...
I think at the time also the way that I had wanted to get it out of the way, it would have worked if it was just with a person I was attracted to rather than, you know,
A person you had history with.
a person I had history with. So, you know, there is a WhatsApp here. By the way, feel free to join our conversation, +267 3956 962. The question I have for your guest, does he have regrets? And in the event that he has a son, what are his thoughts on the topic as a father? Virginity. What are you going to tell the boy?
Yeah.
Number one, I don't want one.
Okay.
No, like all my guys out here
Yeah.
were repping.
Yeah.
I think there's enough of us out here. On the
Oh, you don't want a
planet.
son or you don't want a
I
child?
don't want one. I don't want a son.
Okay.
I don't want a son.
But you, Max, life
I'm
is
good.
life. What if you get him?
No, like knowing God, like the way I know God,
He's gonna do it.
He's got a plan for me.
Yeah.
It's not my plan. Like, but do I have any regrets?
Yeah.
I have ultimate regrets. I honestly, I look back at the way I lost my virginity. I think it changed the way my relationship with sex was.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Like for years to come.
How
Like
so?
Oh my God, now I have to talk about it. Now I have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, she was an older girl,
Yeah.
met her and we were working together. I was interning then, just sort of like like shadowing, just before high school ended, and I think to me, sex was a quick thing from that moment.
Yeah.
Like, I did end up in relationships that were long and they were beautiful, and and the sex life was great, but I think from that moment onwards, sex became a thing to me. I don't know what stigmatized.
It was disposable.
It became a thing in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, and the way I approached it was the same.
Yeah.
From then onwards. Like,
did you approach it the way she approached it? Because she pursued you, right?
Damn straight.
Yeah.
And she hit it and quit.
She was like, "Hey, let's have sex," and then she
hit
so
it
you
and
kind
quit.
of
So that's what gave you the perspective that kind
that's what we do. Like, she
wham
hit
bam,
it
thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, she's like, we can link up again at one point.
Yeah, but
like,
thank you. This was great.
Thank you. And I think that threw me off.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, I was like, I've got this permanent piece, that I'm going to be rolling with, and I'm going to tell the guys about, but it happened this one time, and every other time it was just like things in between. Maybe I also just sucked.
Maybe because you were like new to the game, that's okay as well.
But if she was like grooming me, then she should know that she's investing. You know what I mean? She's investing in her. You know what I mean?
ROI exists.
But I think it definitely did change my relationship with sex, and I think it does for a lot of men. I think they just don't realize that, like, because they have a rush to get it out, and something sort of happens after that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maxx Tokeyo, ladies and gents, this is our guest on the Purple Playroom tonight. We're having guy talk. What do men really think about sex? What do they talk about in their intimate spaces? If you're listening to us right now as a gentleman, as a lady, feel free to join our conversation. +267 3956 962. We're going to take a short break, Cathy and I, and then come back with Max on the other side of this. Good evening. Maxx Tokeyo, ladies and gents, that's our guest in studio tonight on the Purple Playroom, hosted by myself and my very good friend, Miss Cathy Malejane, otherwise known on the streets as Curious Cath, because if it's about sex.
We're talking about it, Ross, and you know what? Curious Cath is because I have so very many questions.
Yeah.
I think I've been peppering Max with a bunch of them, and you as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you why you call yourself Curious Cath, but I know now.
She goes by now.
So I want to get into something that I also, did try to do my research and speak to a bunch of guys. And, just to, in passing, actually, when we talk about, the feedback I got was men don't talk to other men about anything serious.
Yeah.
So, as far as that myth busting is concerned, I'd actually like to get you to weigh in a little bit on that.
Okay.
To say, do men actually have serious conversations about sex with their guy friends? And when I say serious, I don't mean where you're just there, having claiming body
I hooked
counts
up with this one last night.
Conquests.
Where you are actually talking about serious erectile dysfunction, foreplay,
No way.
intimacy,
Female pleasure.
Wrap it up. No.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah, so that's the feedback that I got.
No. Like times it's like we got there's men probably that we're talking about a 2%.
A real one or two.
We're
Okay.
talking about a 2 percentile.
Okay. Yeah.
A very small group of men that are able to do that. But like in general terms, no way.
Yeah. What about with your siblings? What about your brother?
I said no.
Your
Well,
dad?
Uncle
I said-
Dad.
Dad.
Do you know our dads, dude?
Firstly, I had an epic conversation with a family friend, and he's my dad's friend, and he was saying, he asked me if I ever had the conversation about the birds and the bees with my old man, and I was like,
you were like, of course not. Do you
why
know
would
my
I talk
father?
about sex with my father?
Yeah.
Like, why would I? Have you seen that man? He's like, why would I do that? And
Who would you want to have that conversation with?
That's a good
by
question.
The way?
that's the only person I probably would now.
Yeah.
What at this space in my life, like I was
then,
looking back.
who would you have wanted to have that conversation with?
At the time?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody?
That's what
You
porn
didn't
was for.
want to know? You'd rather just fumble
I
your way
wanted
through
to
things.
maybe a stranger.
So
Maybe a stranger.
a stranger, somebody who
like
didn't-
I
We
remember.
had
I
no
remember
pressure
that.
to, you know,
so
of
you could
judgment.
ask everything.
Dude, like
yeah.
when I was 12, 13, I was literally using the sex ed talks we had at Broadest Primary School. Like I was using those little sessions
Yeah.
as reference
Yeah.
for what to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then there was a book I stole from the library about sex. And
Hey, I might have seen that exact book, Max.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
was about everything about
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah.
I was reading that book.
Okay. You were digesting it.
I was digesting that book. Right, like
Internalizing.
but in terms of guys talking about that stuff, it's just but not in my
But why is
experience.
that?
at
Is
all.
that anyway? Let's move on.
No,
too many questions.
You know what? I think maybe we can pivot to, because, you know, Cathy and I have this conversation a lot on this show, is I think how a lot of us do sex depends on, or is a product of what we've seen, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of us, including women, watched porn and we saw movies, and even if it wasn't hardcore porn in movies, we saw how we thought intimate relations were supposed to be, right? And we modeled our intimate relationships around what we saw either in the media, the magazine, the television, the movie, whatever it was. So my whole thing now is, when you are dealing with women, what are the expectations from women that you have found in your sexual experience, Max? What are women expecting from you in the bedroom? Are they expecting you to swing from chandeliers? Are they expecting you to take the lead? You know, are they expecting you to last super long? Are they expecting round after round? What are you finding?
I don't get the expectations from women from the women I hook up with.
Yeah.
I get research from
Okay.
my friends. So
Okay.
just to premise the conversation,
Yeah.
I, hang around a group of girls. Like that's my core friend group,
Yeah.
right? Like, and over their experiences with men, what they don't like and what they do like, I was able to pick out like, oh gosh, oh okay.
Oh, they don't like it when we do that.
Yo, we were so confident
Yeah.
doing that. You were so confident doing that. Now I know.
Yeah.
I'm drifting off a little bit. I just segued. You ask me again.
That what are the expectations that you see? And then you said actually you hang out with so many women that you're more doing research than you are collecting
Yes.
data from your sexual experiences.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my expectations are sort of funneled based off of my friend group.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
some of the things that I mentioned earlier about like my do's and don'ts, or like what a bad sexual encounter is for me,
Yeah.
are things that I've pointed out to women, and then I also sort of don't get further along with them if I can sense those signs. Like I saw you posted a thing online about non-sexual things.
That's
There's actually turn-offs.
Yeah.
I have
that are non-sexual.
I have turn-offs. Like
Yeah.
if there's certain things that you do, I could literally just switch it off in my mind. And you are still
say
attractive.
one or two things. Yeah. Like what?
Hygiene.
Well, that one is universal.
That one is a pretty.
There's a specific level or
Yeah.
standard of hygiene for women to carry
Yeah.
that men subconsciously have.
Yeah.
So it's like you can be as clean as me, but like you gotta be cleaner.
Oh, wow.
You gotta be cleaner.
I love it.
Biased much?
You gotta have a she bin. You gotta be cleaner. You gotta just be a bit more organized than me in terms of cleanliness.
Yeah.
Like, massive turn-offs are maybe people that don't want to participate in oral, or they don't see it as a thing to even talk about. They're just like, oh, I don't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how are we going to talk about anything else?
Yeah.
How are we going to talk about anything else?
Yeah.
If you don't do that, then I might as well just cancel everything.
Yeah. Because
Right,
then
like-
maybe then we're not sexually compatible.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Like maybe my needs and your are not meeting. I think lingerie is actually a big one for me.
I was going to
Turn off or
ask you
turn
that.
on, that's a
It's a turn on.
turn on.
It's a massive
So it's
turn on.
serious.
So I spoke to a man just, I think it might have been yesterday, where I said, does it matter to you at all? And his response was, listen, I'm just trying to get to the business.
Trying to get to the
I
bag,
don't care.
bro.
In fact, I would rather you weren't wearing anything like, and then I'm like, okay, what if she is wearing underwear, but it's bad underwear? You know, he's like, I couldn't care less, to be honest. So that is, you know, one of the things that
I think that it adds to the experience. Number one, I feel like a woman feels good when she's wearing lingerie, right?
Yeah.
Like, so
it's a confidence thing.
It makes the experience also just a bit better because she's also in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not just like rip me and take me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just think guys want it spiced up a little bit. It just mustn't be so formalized. Like, hey, it's your birthday, so I got that red piece that you like. It's like it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be like I'm bringing it out. Like it doesn't have to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
You could just throw me out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just throw a left. You know what I mean? A left field
surprise
ball.
me.
Surprise
Yeah.
me. Like every single man has seen it in the movies where a girl shows up and she's wearing nothing but a coat
and some
he's
lingerie
like,
underneath.
and she's wearing nothing but a coat, and that's every man's fantasy.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna push it on you, and they're not gonna ask you to do it
100%.
because in their minds you're gonna be like, it's his birthday.
Okay,
And
but I
so
think that pivots
I'm
us to the
gonna-
discussion of do we think that maybe women aren't putting enough effort into the sexual experience as a whole? You know, women are the prize. If he's, you know, getting it, then he should just be happy that we're here. Are women putting enough effort into the sexual experience?
I don't think so.
I don't really think so either.
I don't think.
What do you think, Cathy?
What you know, when you say that, you are just making me think about how you said earlier that men don't care about that stuff, right? So I'm wondering, right, if a woman is going to say set the atmosphere, would that be something that a man cares about?
I think that they would appreciate it because it's a thing of like, if I don't talk about it, and you know I'm not gonna talk about it, maybe then slightly suggest it.
Yeah.
Maybe push it into the sphere of things we can do, and then I'll tell you, hey, like role playing, for example, like that was one thing I mentioned. That I feel like I guys want from what I've chats that I've had with guys, like they all have a name for their woman.
Yeah.
That's not the government name.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so you've built a persona around this person sexually.
Yeah.
So why don't you just make it a thing between you and her? And, you know, and I think, you know, just tapping into maybe things like that.
Yeah.
Or just trying things for the most part.
Yeah. Are you into that role play?
When you say trying things, I think it's very exciting. When you say
Have you done it?
trying things,
Have you done it
let's
though?
just say I have attended. It was the biggest sex show at the time. It was called Sexpo.
Yeah.
I left there with.
You went to
And
Sexpo?
you went to Sexpo?
I
and
wanted to go
came
there
back
so
with
bad.
bags of stuff. Okay,
Crazy.
let's just say.
Yeah, no, role play is a fun thing. I also think you have to be kind of with a person who makes you want to do it.
I mean, if you're in tune with the person,
100%, because
right,
it takes a
you've
lot
done-
of comfort.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
as a
I
woman,
mean-
anyways, you would need that to
100%.
then get comfortable.
So what kind of costumes do you have?
Okay, I mean, should I describe something that I
Yeah,
got?
please.
I think I
Motivate
still
the
have this-
ladies.
No, it's an apron
Okay.
of a naked person,
Okay.
which has my same skin color.
Okay.
So I used to like
Ooh.
wearing that with like a crop top. And
So if I turn my head really quick, it would look like
so if I turn like
What
this,
happened?
Like, what's going on? Yeah, that's just one of the
I have
things.
like a little French maid outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have an angel outfit. Taz is looking at me like-
the outfit. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, you know, I'm about my
Laliket
business
woman.
as well.
Laliket woman.
You know, I have some.
actually
I've
have a
got the
Catwoman
ears.
outfit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I don't think it depends on the guy. Like, I don't think every guy out there is looking for a role play situation.
Yeah.
I know there's a bunch of guys right now that are just like,
Yeah. They exist.
No, but I think it's a level of fantasy. I would say, adding into the mix.
Yeah.
It's not really about like, hi, I'm Bob the Builder. I'm trying to, you know, it's more about like entice my fantasy.
Yeah,
If
also
there's
let's
something
have fun. Let's be silly, you know, let it
Spice things
be
up.
different from what we do all the time. Especially if we're talking about, because, you know, this conversation also is about first time experiences and first time encounters with people. But what if you're like married for years, you know, how are you going to switch it up? So Max, okay, do women have game?
Do they have game?
Yeah.
Yo, these, in 2025.
Yeah, the ones you're encountering, do they have
2025.
game?
That's slick.
Yeah.
I call it city slickers.
You wake up after the deed and you're like, oh my God.
In 2020, how did I? Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
She really planned that.
Where are my socks?
Yeah, I thought it was me, but actually,
Guys, women
She
in
let us
2025
hear.
have game.
yeah.
Okay.
Women have decided, women are approaching men. Like,
Okay.
I get approached by women
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just not in a, I'm not in the space right now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but yeah, I'll tap in, but like,
Yeah.
I'm just not in that space
Yeah.
right now.
Where
but
you're
like,
pursuing.
where I'm pursuing.
Yeah.
And I think she's like, women are just generally in the space where they feel like, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for
Yeah,
it.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
For sure. For sure.
Interesting.
So like women are definitely going for it. Like I think they've got mad game.
Now, do women have game for sex or for relationships?
And that's a big difference.
Are women, you know, coming up
trying
to
to
men
just-
on some, hey, I
Yeah,
really like
hit
you,
it
I
and
want to
quit
see,
it,
you know,
or-
or are they coming in
Yeah.
trying to have sex?
I actually think for sex, not for relationships.
I
I
agree.
think women have a warped view of what they think men want in relationships.
Okay.
Right? In 2025.
Okay.
I think women in 2025 have watched OnlyFans and have just been online enough.
They've seen
that they're
everything you've
they've
seen.
seen everything, like Pornhub is blowing up, like all of these things are, and they're just like, I know I can do, like,
Yeah.
I can do that,
Yeah.
like the stuff that I've seen online,
Yeah.
and so like sexually I can please that man. So
Yeah.
I feel like they can win on that terms. The other side is a bit tough.
Yeah.
The other side is a bit tough.
Yeah.
I also think men largely don't know exactly what they're looking for, so it's also hard to know what a person is looking for when
Yeah.
they're not sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
10:51 is your time on Gabs FM. Power to engage at your world. Our WhatsApp line is open to you. +267 395 962. Send us a voice note. Send us a message. You can hit us up, Cathy and I, on our platforms. Cathy Malejane on everything. WolfLikeRoss on everything. Maxx Tokeyo on everything, as well as the Purple Playroom across platforms. All right, we're going to take a short break and then come back with our conversation on the other side of this. Here's a little bit of Usher. This is my favorite Usher song in the world because of how sensual it is. It's like so romantic.
Wait, what about Twerk It
Gosh.
Out? Like, that's
And
the
the
Usher
video.
song that I heard recently. and I was
Really?
like, Twerk
No,
It
for me
Out.
that doesn't say intimacy. This
Have
one
you,
says intimacy.
Have you heard Twerk It Out?
Yes.
We need to play Twerk It Out so that we can,
No, we're not going to compare the two.
We should-
This
we
is
should-
my favorite
we
one.
should-
Okay, we'll play it for you.
It's
Okay,
7
Max.
o'clock.
On the
That.
dot, on the dot, cruising
Why are we
the
acting like we? Why are we acting like we ain't got the same playlist
No,
on when it's
obviously.
time?
You know?
Stop.
Do you have an intimacy playlist, Max?
Damn.
My co-host Swift says I'm so weird for that. I have
I'm sorry,
a bedroom
I
playlist.
saw myself put that together a couple of months ago.
I haven't got time
Oh
about
yeah?
it.
You didn't already have one?
It had
but-
just been a very long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I have one.
I saw myself put that
Man,
together and I was so proud of myself.
You gotta stay ready so you ain't gotta get
You ain't gotta get ready. Like, what? You're still looking for a song?
like just put the playlist on.
Like, what
Oh, so
about-
you put it on automatically, like you know what's
I put
up.
it on automatically, but like I'm still working on it. But I've got curated playlists because like
Yeah.
I like
Because different moods.
Yeah, it could be with somebody younger. I could be with somebody a little bit older. Could be somebody my age. So let's,
Wow,
music.
so you've got the different playlists
Age
for that.
categories. man.
You've got to schedule the situation.
I
What
hope
are you-
Swift is listening to this so he knows that I am
What
not
are
the
you
only
doing?
anomaly in the
She's
room.
36, 37 years.
Booyah.
What are you doing playing with Marvin Gaye? She doesn't know Marvin
Papa,
Gaye.
you understand.
She doesn't know Teddy.
You
She doesn't know Teddy
understand.
Pendergrass. She
Ooh.
doesn't know. Like,
No, Anita.
yeah, but
No.
yeah. So it's mad. I'm eclectic, so I
Yeah.
listen to a lot of
Yeah.
love music over time.
Yeah.
I feel like right now it's losing a bit of the love, but
Yeah, I really do.
we got a couple of those.
So we had a little conversation off air. By the way, if you're just tuning in, this episode of the Purple Playroom is called a Guy Talk, right? Getting into a man's mind as two very curious women who like to talk about sex. This is a show about sex. If it's about sex, Kathy.
We're talking about it, Ross.
100%. So we asked Max, just like we did our guest Nicole last week, what the vibe
Toys.
is around toys, right? That women have toys. We have all sorts. We have a rose, we have a dildo, we have a butt plug, we have a this and a that,
Vibrator,
right?
we have, yeah.
100%. The spectrum is super, super wide, but there is no marketing that we see targeted towards men to sell you guys toys.
They-
And what's the reason for that?
There is one toy that
What
I've
kind?
seen online being marketed quite a bit.
Yeah.
What is it?
Like the vibrator that you can like operate with your phone, like
Yeah.
so I've seen a
For
bunch
you
of
to use it on a woman.
on a woman, like she
she
wears it.
inserts it, and
She
then you
wears it or
remote
whatever,
control it.
and then like when you guys are at dinner, you're just like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah. I want
Wait,
that.
but then that's not. But
You
that's
got-
not. But that's not for you.
It's
right?
not for you.
But it
For you.
Well, it
you
actually kind
on
of
you. Should we
is.
say on you?
yeah, maybe on you,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
for you as a guy, I've got sex dolls, and
I think sex dolls are a little bit outdated. They do fleshlights now where it's like more small and portable. So we described a fleshlight as being like a cylindrical thing that is molded on the inside to stimulate a woman's vagina.
Yeah.
And then it does like a thing, the squeezy thing.
yeah, we've seen those. But you know what? They're just reinventing. It's technology, guys. They're just
Yeah.
reinventing something that we've had in the past before. We call it a pocket pee.
Yeah.
It was a pocket pee back in the day.
Yeah.
It was a little nifty thing you can keep in your pocket. You don't have to use your hands. Hands free. But now they've added like all this,
They're just more advanced.
jiggle and vibrate, and
100%.
they've added stuff onto
But
it.
what is the reason that, I think we spoke about
That
it
a
off
guy
air a little
wouldn't
bit to
buy
say, is it a shame thing? Would you just rather...
A man isn't gonna buy a sex toy because there's two things. Number one, if it's a sex toy that he uses in and around him and his partner, it's like your inadequacies. It sells your inadequacies. So the idea of getting a dildo with your partner, or to get whatever toy that you're going to bring into your situation with your partner, it's like, why does she need one?
A lot
I was enough.
A lot of men think that, and they get jealous of women with multiple toys. They're just like, I don't understand why you need all of this.
why you
It's
got
to
all-
add to the experience.
Basically,
here.
that's what the man is saying.
And
I'm here. Why do you need this?
and it's sort of like an AI thing, right? Like men feel like AI is here to replace all our jobs. like the toys are here to take all our jobs. But I look at it differently. I don't think that that's necessarily the case. Would I bring in certain toys into my situation? Probably no.
No?
Probably no. Like I'm open. I'm quite open sexually, but like, it just. Firstly, I just don't know why there's another dick around. I just don't know why. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, but can there be other toys, Max? I mean, if there was a butt plug involved, to enhance the sexual experience, I feel like if you can put a finger in somebody's butt, you can use a butt plug.
Yeah, I think butt plugs can be pushed on the guy. I feel like butt plugs can be pushed, and it's also like a matter of like advertising, right? Like we were we believe a certain thing as men, but like also what we're pushed is that like, so those little like those pocket peas with the yeah, those are being advertised on Instagram, on TikTok, on they're around.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, if the algorithm, if the algorithm, no, it's not, stop, but it's not, but it is pushed.
Yeah.
Right? Like, like I saw it randomly, right? Like, but I've seen it go, and then I've also seen the dolls. The dolls have been going. I know that you can get a doll shaped as your girl. I think that actually, like, I could use a doll if my girl got it for me.
Yeah.
And it was like, I got you a replica of me.
Yeah.
So that
when I'm not around,
don't you dare.
Yeah.
Be out here on the streets.
And you wouldn't feel silly using it?
I'd probably, I probably would.
Yeah.
I probably would. Yeah. But like,
it'd be
I
nice
probably
gesture.
would. Yeah, I probably would. But I, because it's me and her, like, obviously, it hasn't happened, so it's not on air. But like, if it's just me and her, and I know, the first time maybe I might be like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
The second time I'm away, third time I'm away, I'm like,
hey, what that thing do?
What that thing do?
Let's listen to a voice note. We have a voice note here, +26739569662. Let's hear.
Yeah, Ross, you're misrepresenting me.
That's Swift.
You have a 3.5 hour playlist. And Nanike Botsawar. Why long distance? Umutwa distance. Ripia size 12. Cat Matan.
Oh my God, Swift, please. Oh, yeah, the playlist is almost 4 hours long, but that's not so I can go for 4 hours. Jeez, it's just so that there's variety, You believe me, right?
No, I do.
Yeah, thank you.
Totally.
Thank you. Which brings me maybe to, the next thing, which is what's more important to guys? What do you view as more important? Is it a distance thing? Are you looking more at lasting longer, or do you, do you want to go more rounds?
And is there a pressure for that?
Yeah,
and
from women.
If yes, from who? From women? From you? From other guys? From porn? From the movies?
Yeah, from porn.
From porn.
Yeah, guys are
men actually watch porn and then in their minds think this is for real, and so we should last 3 hours.
Guys don't know that the cameras are on.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and there's breaks in between.
Exactly.
Guys don't like.
It's a movie.
It's a movie, but pleasure is occurring. So it's not like. It's like reality TV, so it's like it's almost real.
I'm sorry. Let me just say this. Okay, so the reason why I have never just ever found porn interesting, exciting, fun, I just think those women are in pain.
It just looks so aggressive.
Exactly.
And I know violent. If somebody was doing that to me, ouch.
And then they make these noises. Guys, that is not the sound of pleasure.
That's not the sound of a pleasure. I get it. That's not the sound of a pleasure.
Pleasure's actually quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why when you say that, it's just not computing in my head. Because the only reason why I've never watched it, and I just think it's, first of all, that woman looks like she's in pain, right? The size of that instrument is just
it's a bit much.
Very scary, right? And then we are just violent. There's no foreplay.
Also,
foreplay.
I came to deliver pizza. Next thing, you're delivering other things.
Yep.
And so I just don't get it. And so when a man watches that and he gets pressure from that, it's just not adding up to me.
Yeah, you know what? Okay. I'll say this on my end. With my experience with porn, it was that I would rather find a situation where somebody's like the woman is pleasured. It looks at least like they wrote the script according to her pleasure, right? And
that's hardly any porn.
Yeah. That is
because also if you watch it, the majority of, let's say, the average of a 20-minute scene, right?
Hmm.
A third of the scene, which is the first one, is male pleasure, oral sex. And then we get straight into the business. There's no focus in porn on female pleasure. And if that's where most men are learning sex or thinking that they could improve their technique, then female pleasure is not a part of the conversation.
I mean, I don't have the numbers, but I feel like a lot of men watch porn. Like in comparison to women.
100%. Yeah.
Into comparison to women.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of men own porn companies.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like the agenda is pushed on where the market is, and you know what I mean, and the people that are running the company. Like, I actually had a friend who had a porn company. It was weird in South Africa. It's crazy. And yeah, we sort of parted ways in the time that he was starting his porn company, because I also felt like this is getting weird.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just in the sense of the women that are willing to do the porn, and you know, just all of that for me was just awkward for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awkward for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, African porn sucks. I have to put that out there. African porn is just not winning, guys. It's just not winning.
It could use some work.
What's the difference between African porn and...
For the most part, if you ever searched African porn ever in the, like, 10 years ago, even now maybe a little bit better, there's OnlyFans and stuff like that, like, but it's like a person having sex in a bush in the jungle. Like,
It's like Nigerian movie, but with sex.
I promise you, there has to be trees in the background. It has to be outdoors.
What's the production quality like?
The lowest. We don't have cameras in Africa to shoot porn.
Clearly.
At least we can shoot movies, but we can't shoot porn.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I think for the most part, it's been that stigma. But like, yeah, for the most part, it's been that stigma. Like,
So let's get back then to the question of are we prioritizing endurance or prioritizing repetition?
rounds.
Yeah.
From the guys, it is endurance most of the time.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I've learned that rounds are special.
Yeah.
Like, having a
lot
group of
depends
female
on it.
friends that, like, oh my god, like, maybe don't give me like a long-winded session
Rather
of
just-
like, I'm gonna make love to you, girl. Maybe just like hit it,
Yeah.
and then let's chat, let's pillow talk,
And
maybe then let's
Yeah.
spark it up
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
or maybe whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like whatever your per se is.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, for guys, it's an endurance game. And the longer I can go, the more pleasure she's felt, and I've won.
Yeah. What do you think, Cathy?
In terms of rounds or...
As a woman.
You remember, for me, communication is the biggest thing. So it would most likely be a situation where, like, you're pausing and talking. And
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to get intimate, right?
Yeah.
Sam, you talk during sex?
Sorry?
You talk during sex?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah. We have to chat.
Right?
What's up?
Yeah, but other people find it weird. I'm not gonna lie.
It depends what you're talking about. Like, if it gets too casual and too blasé, where it's
We're not.
like,
But then who does that, though? Like, are you going to start talking about the weather?
does
Like,
that?
who does that? Like, is
do
that a
that?
thing?
Like, why are we talking about what was on the news this
Like,
morning?
no, that's not...
like during the act or in the in-betweens.
both.
Both.
Okay, during the act, you're talking about the act, guys.
Yeah.
It's do you like that? Is it, all of that chat. In between, we can talk about a sandwich. Yeah, we can. What? guys.
Hearing those crickets.
Guys.
Don't talk to me about a sandwich in between rounds. Please don't talk to me about a sandwich in between rounds.
What do you want to talk about? I mean,
You know what? I find on this show every episode that I say something weird that nobody else is doing.
we're not thanking people, Ross.
You know what? I'm not going to stop doing that. But anyway.
Okay, wait. Let me ask Max.
Okay.
Max, do you thank your person after the act?
Do I thank her
Yeah,
Yes.
do you say thank you?
if it was good?
There we
If
go.
it was
Max.
Wait, so So you say, "Oh, thank you."
No.
Well, you don't say. You see, she makes it sound
No.
like it's some formal, like,
It's not a
thanks.
thank you, because it was a mutual act,
Yeah.
right? Like, it was a mutual act. But, like, let's be honest, guys. You also need to accept when you've been rocked
Yeah, 100%. And acknowledge
versus
it.
when you were rocking. Like,
Yeah.
you need to know when it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this was mine.
So it'll be, you rocked me like that.
you.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
No.
Like, you are. How would you like your eggs in the morning? Like, I'm asking you
Yeah.
in the evening
Yeah.
how you would like your
Let
eggs
me
in the
thank
morning
you.
Okay.
Let me
because of what you
appreciate
did. So I'll definitely thank you
Yeah.
if you rocked me.
I said go try that thing. You go and say thank you. Can't be every day, please, never thank you. 13 minutes past 11 is your time on Gabs FM, Power to Engage Your World. Back with Max on Guy Talk on the other side of this. Good evening. Max is cracking the girls up off air. Max,
When you're
the
doing
ladies
well.
are very happy with you on the show this evening. 17 minutes past 11 is your time. Naughty Girl by Beyonce. Let's revisit this thanking
But,
conversation, man.
What are thank you, Maji?
Wow.
Appreciation.
Guys, if you guys
I
are not,
really think we should actually just make that like a standing question over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think?
I would like to hear what people.
Yeah, what they
feel
have to
about
say,
that.
because Ross and now Max are like, you gotta thank.
You gotta thank, guys.
thank.
I
Like,
don't know if so much thanking as it would be acknowledge, like you said, of acknowledging that you rocked my world. I think that, yes, but thank you.
Yeah, because pleasure.
Yeah.
I don't know about thank you also, because like thank you is like you gave me. It's like if this
we
is a
not do
mutual,
that? Exactly.
This is a
So
mutual
That
thing.
also
Like you got
still,
the,
it can still encompass a mutual thing. You felt it and I felt it. But I am acknowledging the part of it that was from you to me.
yes.
Or it was one-sided at any point.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know I did mine.
Nah, but like you better say thank you.
You feel me?
You better say thank you. I mean, guys, like there's no ways like
I'm
you
gonna
have
start practicing this.
Just a little bit, just a
you
little
whisper
something.
it.
Yeah, you
Just-
can.
and don't say
deep into
don't
his
say
eyes and just
don't
be
say
like-
the words thank you. It's gonna turn the mood off.
So-
It's gonna turn it off.
What if I say it in French? Like, merci.
Merci.
No. Don't make it weird. I feel like that's
That's a
weird.
bit weird. That's a bit weird.
So-
You just gotta say like, you did that, or like whatever, girls, like, say something.
I also think just the
that-
way you say something can make it sexy regardless of what you're saying.
Yeah.
So even if the right person says thank you in the right way, it's gonna bang.
I'm also not gonna lie. Like you telling a man, like
I think if anything, acknowledgement that you rocked my world.
that you
Yes.
rocked my
Yes.
world.
No,
Yeah.
that one,
Like-
that probably would come just naturally.
Also,
actually,
like
you
this for
rocked my
all the
world.
ladies out there, like it will give you a higher success rate going forward. Being able to tell them that, like, yo, you rock my world then, because now it gives them
Gonna do
like
that thing.
it gives them
And then
that
he wants to level up.
in his mind. He's like, yeah, last week Tuesday I rocked her world.
Yeah.
So if I haven't been in between, I know that I have to either do last week Tuesday's performance
or better.
above.
Uh-huh.
So it's like it gives you a radar of where your woman or your partner is like.
Yeah.
That kind of makes me want to pivot to the idea of performance. We've already passed through there, but just to say, this idea that a man needs to perform, it never really goes away, does it? Because is a man ever just thinking, I want to enjoy this and have a good time? You mean at the back of a man's mind is always there needs to be a level of she needs to get pleasured first?
No, let me be honest with you.
Okay.
I'll say this.
Okay.
I don't think most men think about
A woman's pleasure.
a woman's pleasure in the sense of her orgasm, because of the whole porn thing and just because of how we're wired.
Goes
right?
back
Like,
to sex being something you do to women rather than with
you're
women.
attracted to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're having sex.
Yeah.
So you're having a good
So
time.
yeah.
Okay, so men don't So where does
Not the
the performance?
majority.
Where does the performance anxiety
So that you
come
feel
from?
good. Oh.
Yeah, the performance anxiety comes from like I'd say typically two things. Number one, it is that factor that like I gotta blow her back out, or there's all these sayings that
So
we've
this
created.
is an internal thing. This you as the man are coming with all of these
Yeah, like that's
standards
just,
that you then need to live. So this is all in your
this is
own
all
head.
in your own thing. You don't even need to interview. I don't need to know like what you're into sexually before I hit it. For most men,
Yeah.
right? Like
You feel like I'm gonna come with the thing that's gonna be
because
the thing.
you're attracted to me, right? Like every time
The fact that you're
every
here.
time I say something, you blush. You're pulling your hair, and so obviously by the time we get to that point,
Yeah.
you know, I would have done the things, you've done the things, and we're ready to go.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think for most men, it's just sort of like it's that
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're gonna say.
I think that segues us perfectly to things men wish women were more willing to do or try in the bedroom. You know, are men satisfied with the general sexual performance of women at the moment? I think it also links tightly to what we said earlier to say, do women try? You know, do
Yeah,
women
do
have
they make
game
an
like that?
effort?
But,
Yeah.
you know, in the bedroom, is there something you guys want more? Do you feel like you're not getting enough oral sex? Do you feel like, you know, women are not trying enough positions? They're not maybe something as petty sounding as women are never on top?
Yeah, number one, guys, oral should be
A prerequisite.
normalized.
Yeah.
I think it should be normalized as a conversation you can have. It doesn't mean that everybody should do it. It just means that like it should be normal. Like
Yeah.
like me asking for it shouldn't be like
Oh my God.
oh my God, let's stop, let's have a moment.
Yeah.
He says he wants. No.
Yeah.
It should just be normalized.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Women don't do that.
Offer it or are open to it.
Open to it.
Yeah.
Open to it. Like you should be open to it is offer it. I switch it back.
Okay.
Offer it.
Offer it.
Because being open to it is like, what, I gotta ask you? Like, I gotta ask you. You want me to be there and fill out an application form and be like, hey, can I get some head?
Yeah.
No, like, can you...
Yeah.
Can-
What's up?
Yeah, can you
Participate.
participate? Like, you know.
Yeah.
And why is it that like it seems like other girls love giving head, other girls don't? Like where did I land myself?
Yeah,
like you know what I
yeah,
mean? I
yeah.
think that's the most part for the guys.
Yeah.
And then
Also, porn is telling you women love oral.
they
Because that's
love
what
it.
the porn starts with.
They love it. All they want to do.
It looks like they're being dismembered.
They're
but-
being yeah.
You know?
But another thing that you said guys would like
Women to be more
Yeah.
open to.
Women to be
or
more
did
open to-
Or
it's a tricky one, man. I actually we talked about it earlier today, and I was looking at it because it's
Not you and I. You and I didn't talk about it.
No, not you and I, but like I had a conversation earlier today, and I was trying to think between guys wanting things to happen but never really ever talking about it and never really expressing it versus my own feelings about it is one thing. I can speak on my experience when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Because like guys don't talk.
Yeah.
And so like yes, I do know from the guy chats that I have that like it'd be great if she like, you know, oral wasn't a thing. I had to have a meeting, you know.
And plan.
I have to call Exco.
Call ahead.
I have to call
And be like, so
Exco
this
so
is
that
what
we
I'm gonna
can
need
discuss.
later.
and give
Yeah.
it 7 working
Right,
days.
like
Yeah.
I also think their participation
Yeah.
and in terms of like, you know, what they can do or what they'll be willing to do moves, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
And are you
know what
willing
I
to
mean?
give direction? I mean, if it starts and you find...
Are we gonna get you want to get a swing? You know, we were talking about toys earlier. It's like that is kind of like a toy. It's a sex tool
apparatus
of some
for
of
them.
some sort, right? And it's like, oh, okay, well, I haven't been able to, maybe the guy's, he's a tiny guy. It's like, I can't throw you up in there, and but it's like, maybe if we had a sling, I'd be into that, right? Like, and a guy isn't gonna ask you for a sling.
Yeah.
So that he's not gonna
So
ask
you should bring
that.
stuff up
so
more.
maybe
So the woman should
bring it up, right? Like
Yeah.
in terms
Do
of
you wish women were
Communication.
more adventurous sexually?
it's way more.
Yeah.
So that's something that women just don't do.
Because you guys are more open. Like, you will try stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I will say that, like, it depends on the age of the women. I
Yeah.
will say that
Yeah.
younger women, which I have to put out a PSA right now. Also
Yeah.
for any women that like have seen my Instagrams because they're so fly, and like 25 and below is just not like I just do not I don't tell.
Yeah.
Like they're amazing.
Yeah.
But like I'm
But they're
good.
inexperienced.
They're inexperienced. They want to try everything, and they're ready. They've just got all these ideas.
Yeah, and
right?
you're like, whoa.
No, like I'm a creative.
Yeah.
I'm a creative,
make it
right?
work.
Like I'm a creative. But at the end of the day, I think, yeah, it's just my cup of tea. It's
Yeah.
honestly that's just
Yeah.
my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But I will say that like younger girls have seen. It's the OnlyFans era, guys. Like we have to look at the era that we're in, and
They be doing stuff.
it's insane.
Okay, let's talk then about taking the lead, right? I think a lot of men would agree that they are initiating sex, right? Or have been the ones to initiate sex, minus the demographic that you've just spoken about, right? So is that something men feel emasculated by, or do you want me to, come at you and be like, let's do it? What about taking the lead?
Is that something that men would like?
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to make that a poll question this coming week. Yeah.
that's a
Do
good
men
one.
want us to take the lead? Because
Yeah.
some men feel like
They don't wanna be pursued like that.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Ew, you're turning me off.
Yeah.
But some men are like,
I do.
You would like.
I
There is
do,
someone
but
on our line. Should we take a
Yeah,
call?
let's hit
take it.
that. Let's see what they're
Okay, let us
saying.
be. Oh no, 3956962. If you were trying to call us, please try us again. Otherwise, you can use our WhatsApp line +267 3956 You can send us a voice note or a message. It can be completely anonymous if you like. All right, try us again. Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying do men?
Okay, there it is again. Should we try?
let's
Yeah,
try.
hit us. Let's go.
Gabs FM. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hello.
Evening.
How are you guys?
We
We're
are
awesome.
very
Talk
well.
to
How are you?
us.
Oh, lovely, my brother.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm just tuning in. Well, I said, remember married. 2 months married till it's pele.
Yeah, you guys are always
So,
initiating.
a mme le batla gore basadi nne bone ba ba eteletseng pele kganyeng. O ka eletsa gore
Get up from my own perspective here and character collaboration.
Yeah.
Hello,
yeah.
collaboration.
I love that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Go bata, wa bona featuring. Go bata. Wa bon.
Okay.
That was related to the story. Thinking.
Yeah.
Because what are collaboration? But now it's like 1 hour. You also told me not to talk to my day. Wow. Why not to call up?
Yeah, it gets monotonous.
Yeah.
Very
Boranyana,
true.
guys.
No, rahuta rezo. Thank you so
for
much.
that. Okay, so
Yeah,
so
collaboration
This is
key.
This is the consensus going forward to say most men would prefer a woman who was more aggressive in that sense or more outspoken for
Yeah,
right?
more outspoken. Who's
taking the lead in
take-
charge.
I don't know about taking the lead in charge. A lot of
That's where now how
But-
far
but
you
you're
wanted
sure about
to take it.
initiating.
you know what I feel like? I feel like just because
We actually have another call.
Let's take it.
let's go.
Gabs FM, hello.
No, Mama.
Hello, how are you? Yes, sir.
I just want to pose 2 questions to you.
Okay.
You know, there's this thing that women they enjoy
What do they enjoy?
more than men, about 90%.
Okay.
The what?
They enjoy sex more than men.
Women enjoy sex
About
more than men.
98%, men they enjoy 2%. I
Okay.
just came here.
Okay.
And also, I would like to also ask this question.
Okay.
Why is it that some girls, when they, during the sex time, they scream a lot? And they like a lot of
Maybe you're making them scream.
I mean, maybe you're doing such a good
can
job.
also be irritating, you know.
It's
That-
irritating.
It's
No, no, I
irritating. He's
can't
right.
concentrate
No
anymore.
one late.
And you can't concentrate.
So you need to
All right,
concentrate.
guys, bye.
Have a good one.
Cheers, brother. I'm losing my rhythm. I'm
You're
losing the
throwing me
rhythm.
off. You're throwing
It was
me
1,
off.
2, 3, 3.
yeah,
1, 2,
yeah.
3.
And now you're
making
all
me
up
lose
in
my
my-
rhythm now.
You guys need to just be clear what you want.
Going
You
off
said
script.
you don't want a star fish, and now you've got a yo-yo.
And now you've got an overactive person, and you have an
I
issue.
just think it's also the faking thing. Like when
Yeah.
he was mentioning like the screaming
Screaming a
thing.
lot,
Yeah, like you're
I-
doing too much.
You're doing way too much.
Yeah.
If that's the way that you get pleasured and that's your like vibe, then go for that.
Yeah.
But like I feel like women overdo it, and I think they're doing it in the attempt to like soothe a man's ego or his pleasure or whatever.
Can we
it
not
is.
do that? Because it takes us back to faking orgasms,
Yeah.
which we had a conversation about
Yeah.
last week. And it's just like faking an orgasm just,
Yeah, guys, and men fake
Inflates.
orgasms.
How does a man fake an orgasm?
I told
we
you,
asked
Kathy.
this question. I just
told you,
genuinely wanted
he just
to
does
know.
that, and then he turns around quickly so you don't see the condom.
Literally.
And then takes it off and he does it before he gets
Literally.
soft, because if he gets soft, you're gonna feel it.
You're going. He literally just
There we
says,
go. Thank you, Max.
Oh my god.
Oh, he knows what
Oh
to
my
do.
God.
Yeah, and then
Because we discussed we discussed that thing about performance, like longevity, like how
Yeah,
long you're gonna be
yeah.
versus how many rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a guy's mind is like, okay, how long I want to be, but then after it's like 45 minutes, he's just like, well,
Jeez.
I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah, I'm
Like
over
when
it. Yeah.
when you're all the in it and she's also faking it. She's faking the screams because she thinks that you're having a blast.
Yeah.
And you're just like, somebody needs to pull the plug. We're
Okay,
both lying.
so why don't you are you afraid to crush her ego if you just kind of stop?
Stop.
Yeah.
That's not an option. Like the way he says that.
Because also if you fake
Stop.
your orgasm,
You're gonna
Max.
stop.
No, listen, if you fake your orgasm, it means she hasn't had one. So is she walking away from this without an orgasm? Or are you gonna
And then you're not being
go down
honest
there
about
and
the
do some
fact that you
oral
didn't
and
come,
actually make
right?
her orgasm?
Stop.
Max just stopped and stopped.
He's like, no,
He's like, no, wait,
there's no
what?
such
Stop?
thing as
No.
stopping.
You
Can't do
can't
that.
stop.
Why?
Because
But that's a false stop, what you're talking about.
But you're
trying
still
to do.
stopping and
It's-
just
it's a false
faking
stop.
it, but you're stopping.
yeah, but it's a stop in the sense that like
Why can't you just be honest and say, my guy, like,
I think that this is not the night for me.
yeah.
guys,
It's not
women,
happening for
like
me.
I think men
Women are sensitive.
women are sensitive,
Yeah.
dude, fragile. Like
Yeah.
if I tell you that like
Ish.
let's just stop. For me, it just means we should never see each other again.
Oh, man.
What?
Like it's
So
what's translating in her mind is that like, oh my god. And then also I think one of the biggest fears for men is like women's insecurities about other
100%,
women.
100%.
And so it's like, if I tell you that you're not doing it, the next time I'm just listening to an Asha song in the car. Now
No, it's so
now
this
it's
is
like,
what you,
that's how you like it, and it's a whole thing. And
Okay, but
you
what
know
about
I mean?
times? Because it's widely known. Oh, we're fast running out of time, but so much to talk about. It's widely known that men tend to last a little bit longer if they've been drinking.
That is a real thing.
So maybe it's one of those things. Can you just stop then? Because also she kind of sometimes knows that the endurance really is something else when men have been drinking.
You can.
Perhaps under those circumstances.
You can.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that like no man hasn't. I'm saying this is the lower percentile, guys. We're talking about 10% of the population that would be
Yeah.
like, all right, cool,
Yeah.
I'll stop.
Yeah.
I'll stop. You know what I mean? But like just stopping randomly, it's the thing of like faking it. I like to have conversations with the partners that I'm intimate with about what they like, what they don't like, during, before, post. I'm just constantly communicating.
And we'll get to that because there is a thing that I discovered. Well, I knew about it, but I learned a little bit more about it today. But I think we can go to our NGL responses. We do have an anonymous question and answer line. And our question on tonight's show was, what's a non-sexual thing that turns you on, right? Before we come to you guys and sit there and think about it, all right? I think Max has already partly answered the question, but if he does want to add anything, we'll give him the opportunity to. But I'm going to read some of the responses. Are you guys ready?
Hit me.
Okay. This one says, just being taken care. And I noticed from the tone and from the responses that a lot of these were from women. And I think there's about 6 responses. Only one of them was from a guy.
Oh.
Okay. And it's crazy because tonight's topic was for the gents.
For the guys,
Yeah.
But at least we had callers and they were guys.
100%. I love that for us, right? So there is one here that says, just being taken care of and loved up on. This includes, but isn't limited to, being given money, lamzas, a kiss is very important, being fed, washing my car. Okay, so this is definitely a lady.
That's definitely a lady.
All right. This one says strong shoulders. Also definitely a lady.
Yeah,
right?
what does that even mean?
You know, broad. I think it's a biology thing. It's just an
Something to
animalistic
climb
thing.
on,
100%. You look like you could carry stuff. You look like, you know, if something goes down, you could take care of it. This one just says, my man driving.
Okay.
And I hear that, you know, you have to have, you know, yeah. I was talking actually to a friend the other day. I was like, I miss having my hand on somebody's thigh while they're driving. Just there. Not doing anything, just there. I think that's a nice thing to do.
That's like a pinnacle for men.
Really?
It's a pinnacle thing for men.
Really?
Girl on the left side, passenger side.
Yeah.
Hand on the
right
thigh.
hand on the left thigh.
Cruising.
100%.
It's a dream.
Oh,
it's
man.
a dream. We don't even know why.
It's just, see, those non-sexual
something
things.
that's
Again,
just-
intimacy
That's a
starts way
dream.
before we get into the bedroom,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This one, another lady, I think, money, power, authority.
Okay.
Those are, I love authority.
That thing can do that.
Authority!
That thing can do that. Hey, but guys, it's the women only, huh?
It
I can
is.
hear.
Yeah.
But I
You're
will
hearing
say,
that's a
I will
woman.
say this. That applies to men as well.
Money, power, authority.
Money, power, authority. Either all 3 of them or 2 out of 3, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that arrangement
Yeah.
for a man,
Yeah.
for a man, it can be
Yeah.
like, oh,
Out of these 3, I
just-
would feel like maybe authority is probably the most common one amongst men. A man likes, you know, a woman who's
Yeah,
not,
probably not
like
money.
a cool girl who's just like,
Yeah,
you know,
not money,
cool
not
with
power.
everything that he
Yeah, I was
does.
about to
He's
say,
got to have some sort of.
I actually think those
authority.
things would scare a man off.
Yeah.
authority is maybe a better
Yeah.
thing, in the sense that like she might be ambitious and she's like pushing whatever she's doing,
Yeah.
but she tells you.
What's up and what's
She
not.
tells you what's
Yeah.
up and what's not.
Yeah.
Like this, a lot of women that likes to be like a damsel and sort of like,
Yeah.
just tell me where we're going and what we're eating and you know how we're getting there. But then there's like women that are like, I only eat
Yeah.
and I go too.
Yeah.
And this is
Yeah.
how I move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like
that's
they can be
attractive
balanced
as well.
as well. Yeah, they can be.
Definitely.
Another response says, men being handy, men problem solving, basically acts of service. Yeah. Acts of service, I realize, is a big one for firstborn daughters.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we have done everything for everyone all the time.
Yeah.
That somebody taking care of us is just like, oh, hey.
Yeah. This is nice.
Oh, you washed my car.
Clock it.
Oh, that's
Okay,
so nice.
okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
So acts of service happens to be one of my biggest, at the top of the list of my love languages, because I'm that daughter.
Yeah.
This one says foot rubs. I'm also going to assume that's a woman's response. You
I
know?
don't see a man saying foot rub will do
Oh,
the
I
things
love,
for
you
me.
know, foot rubs more. My girl gives me foot
Unless
rubs.
you want to tell us to the contrary,
Max.
Max.
Nah, I'll be lying.
Talk
Like,
to us.
I feel like that's like the exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
I don't think like most men are just like rub my foot and I'm
Yeah.
aroused. I don't think that's
Yeah,
the case.
yeah.
But I did say pour
Men
a man
like
a
head
beer.
rubs, though.
Yo,
Back rubs. You know?
back rub,
Yeah.
head rub.
Yeah.
It's a rub.
Yeah.
Pour a man a beer.
Yeah.
Or a glass of whiskey.
Yeah.
Just pour him a drink.
Yeah.
Pour that man a drink.
Bring him some food, something.
Food we all know. Food we all know.
Food is also like a cultural thing.
It's a yes, but it's a thing that somebody mentioned. The first person that you said was a female. Like, generally, men feeling like they're being taken care of by their partner, it does.
Yeah.
It's like I'm with 6 guys, we're watching the game. Like,
And my girl brings me a drink.
beer. I have a beer.
Yeah.
Like, you guys gotta get a girl or a beer or something. Like, so that
It gives you kind of a...
it gives you that
It gives
thing.
you the edge.
Yeah,
An
it gives you that little
edge.
edge.
Yeah.
So I think like those little tiny acts of service definitely add for a guy.
Yeah.
There was one that I thought about earlier because I saw your story. Let me check.
While you check, I'm going to share with you guys the last one, which I do believe is from a gentleman, right?
Okay, let's hear it.
And it reads, when she's telling me about something she's really passionate about.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just a woman telling you, oh my God, so I started this thing and I'm so excited about it.
That's a good one.
Or, you know, I love this book. Oh my gosh, the characters. And, you know, she just goes off to tell you about this thing that you have no interest in, but just like watching her be excited about something excites you.
I do believe that.
Yeah.
I also believe that. But I do think it's like what you mentioned. It's a smaller percentage, maybe you know, maybe 10-15% of us, but like the smaller percentage because men do love a girl who knows what she wants.
Yeah.
Which I think is what I wrote down actually.
Oh, yeah?
What I had in mind.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a person who has something that they're about.
Yeah.
Outside of
Yeah.
you.
Purpose.
Outside of me. Like
Yeah.
like just something that like
Be
I
driven.
found you
Have
into and you're just into that thing.
Yeah. And you don't change when I come into the picture.
Because what that does is like it's an insulator between me believing that now that I'm in your life, it's all about me
Yeah,
and kids
yeah,
and getting married.
yeah.
Because when you get with a partner, it's like, from a guy's perspective, is that like, oh, she wants to get married.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, she wants a kid now. Or
Oh, she's going to be all about me.
oh, she's gonna be all about me.
Yeah.
I'm
So, in a
busy at
way,
work.
that insulates from a man getting too comfortable and just relaxing, putting zero effort, going for it.
Yes.
In a way.
In a
Yeah.
way, it literally insulates him from just getting a bit too comfortable because he knows that there is something that drives her beyond him. And if he doesn't show up, she's just going to keep doing that thing.
11:44 is your time on Guys
What?
FM. Power
11:44?
to
That's the
engage your
time?
world. I know.
How
I'm
did we
so
get there?
disappointed.
We just started.
I know.
We just started.
Are you having fun, Kathy?
Man, it's
You
just,
having fun, Max?
We just started.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a short break and then come back on the other side of this. I do have something I want to talk to you both about, okay? So we're going to take a short break after some brandy. We'll come back and wrap this conversation up. Ladies and gents, the Purple Playroom, all the way till midnight. Good evening. Brandy wants to be down, Ross wants to be down, Max wants to be down, and Kathy definitely wants to be down. This is the Purple Playroom. We are at the tail end of our discussion. We do this every Tuesday between 10 p.m. and midnight. If this is your first time colliding with us, you can find us on our YouTube channel, the Purple Playroom, on there. Our last week's episode has been uploaded as of 7 p.m. where we did Girl Talk. Right now, we are coming to the end of Guy Talk with Maxx Tokeyo, none other than. And, so many insights have been shared on this show that I would love a recap recap from you at the end of all of this, but in 5 minutes, can we bang it out? I want to ask you too about something that, like I said, I learned a little bit more about that I already knew about, right? There's a phrase called aftercare. Have you ever heard of aftercare?
Yes.
What do you know about aftercare?
Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
This is a non-judging platform.
Aftercare
about
to
thank yous.
me is the stuff that you do after sex that makes the situation a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
Right?
Like what?
Like a warm towel. Like,
to wipe down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, just stuff,
take care of a person.
Just take care of a person, pose the situation, make sure that they're not just like sort of sitting in, like after the sex, like sitting in their last sexual experience, just moseying around.
Yeah.
So that's what I understand of sexual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kathy, ever come across it? Aftercare?
Aftercare? I thought it was the norm.
So what Max is talking about is what you understand about it.
Yeah, and cuddles, you know, like you want to know that there's a saying that I tried to remember. Well, we were talking about this earlier, and it's got something to do with how someone will treat you before, you know, and it's quite an explicit saying because it's the F word versus how they treat you afterwards.
Okay.
Right? And in a way, this person was saying that really speaks to the character of the man. Right? If he treats you a certain way before and then after the act, he just doesn't care anymore, you need to watch that as a woman.
Tap in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do men need aftercare?
Do men need aftercare?
What's aftercare for you? What does that look like, if anything?
I've received aftercare before in that sense. And it was the first time ever.
Yeah. Did it make you feel kind of
Yo.
out of place? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I don't know about need because maybe we never thought that we need you know, but I think yes.
Yeah.
I would answer yes to that question because
it
the
feels
first
good
time
to be taken care of.
Like,
whether you're a man or a woman, I feel like that would just feel good
And also,
to know that
pay attention
even
to me,
after,
exactly. And also that thing that we were talking about is like, instead of, you don't even have to tell me like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have to say thank you. You could just do a little aftercare and
That
like,
Do a recap. Oh,
and
I
when
liked
you're doing
when
an
you did
aftercare,
that.
I'm just like,
I mean,
I know I held it down. Like, like she had to, like,
So a gentleman explained the concept earlier, right? He said aftercare is about three things. It's the 3 C's, right? Cleanup, comfort, cravings.
Yeah.
So after, it's the cleanup. Let's get, everything sorted out, right? And then afterwards is the comfort. You want to make sure the pillow's fluffy. If she wants to put something on, give her a t-shirt, make her feel comfortable. And I'm using a lot of her because mostly aftercare is directed towards women. And then cravings after. Does she want something to drink? Does she want something to nibble on? So while you guys are in that environment, 3 C's.
I won't lie. I forgot about the cravings.
Yeah.
But I've tapped in. We all
what?
learned something. We've learned something today, right? Like the cravings, right? Like the cravings.
Yeah. Even comfort. Comfort means also, asking her if she wants to use the restroom, all of that stuff plays into,
the 2 C's I know about. The 2 C's I know about.
Clean up and comfort.
Clean up and comfort because, like I said, I've experienced that from a woman, and it was the first time ever in my life, and I said, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because most of the time a guy needs to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like you were saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Get the towel.
Get the towel, get the what. And honestly, over time, I was just improving the ways in which I do that.
Yeah.
Like a warm towelette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did pick that up when you said that, like a warm towel.
Like, yo, that thing is spicy. That thing changes a person's perspective. Game changer.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually passed.
He knows ball.
I passed my massage class because I made sure that there were hot water bottles and a heater when I went for my test, my exam, my final exam.
Yeah.
And I made sure, like, that factor of temperature. If it's cold, you want something warm. And, like,
Can I quickly, does being a licensed massage therapist make sexual experiences better, Kathy? Like, That is such a huge
I
flex.
imagine it does. I imagine
Ma'am,
it
does
does.
it? Quickly, answer us now. We have no time.
Nako ke yone seo.
Oh my God. Tell us if being a massage therapist optimizes sex for you.
No,
No, you must answer.
no, but to be honest, but she's basically trying to say, yes.
Yes.
Yes, it does. It's the motion in the ocean and the
You
waves.
understand. Guys, as we
Nako
wrap
ke yone seo, Ross, but nako ke yone seo.
when I miss, let's do another hour. I was prepared to talk about massage therapy for another hour. As we wrap up our conversation, guys, what are your final reflections? What have you taken away from this conversation? Maybe Max, we'll start with you.
What have I taken away?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's it opened your eyes to? How are you leaving feeling?
What do you now know
Yeah.
that you didn't? And what do you think you are glad you told us?
Number one, I'm feeling glad that I represented the guys. I feel like I've spoken about like our, the areas where it was tough.
Yeah.
I learned about the last C, the cravings.
The
I think that's a
cravings.
big thing for
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
Like, exchange of pleasure is a big thing when we're doing this stuff. And I think, just pulling it all together.
Yeah.
Pulling it all together. And yeah, I think that's my takeaway for now. I think you can switch to Cathy and then I'll come back. I need to think of
Okay, so I have taken away that it's important to mention that your world was rocked. Because last week we were not on the same page. Like, I'm not thinking this, no. But
Yeah.
I've taken that away.
Yeah.
I don't know about women taking the lead because I think I've tried to do that and I've had egg on my face. So I've kind of felt like, I don't know. So it just actually takes me back to, you see that one where I like to talk to people about what's going on before anything. And because I'm a woman, I'm going to vet the hell out of you before anything happens, right? So I feel like that should answer that question as to whether that person would like that or not.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think, for me, it's not so much a takeaway as just a gentle reminder again, because I've always thought it's very interesting to keep things spicy. It's very like, you can't do the same thing over and over again. Nobody is going to. So you it's important to spice things up. Like, find out what the person that you're with likes and do it. Because I think that isn't that the ultimate thing of spicing up and keeping things together, is make it fun. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's yours, Ross?
What's in your scuff tea?
Let me show you my talent. So my whole thing is, it just goes back to the issue of sexual experiences are something that we're doing with each other rather than to each other. I think we need to have a little bit more grace for the gender that doesn't talk as openly and doesn't know how to express themselves as articulately as we do about things. They still have feelings, they still have thoughts, they still have a way that they would like to be treated, even if they can't communicate that. And I think grace
Can I
is
actually just
important
ask
for
about
men.
that when you're done?
Yeah.
Because that, I just have so many questions about why can men not talk? You have mouths. You know how to use your words.
That's
Why
a separate
don't you use your
Do
words?
they know how to use their words?
I'll
I think
say
it's
this.
a
I think
separate conversation.
I think I can say it in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Men don't have words because once we say the words,
The consequences are terrible.
the consequences don't
and you
work
don't know
in
how
our
to
benefit.
respond. Swift tells me this all
They-
the time.
they don't
He's
work
like,
in my benefit.
you have to plan a conversation out as a man and all the possible outcomes so that you know how to respond in the moment. Because in the moment, a woman, her arsenal is words. So if she responds and you weren't expecting that, now you start buffering. You're like, and then she finishes.
Then she finishes you. You're going
She
too deep. You're not
finishes you.
prepared.
Guys, this is not a fight, eh? It's not a gunfight.
No, it's not a
Like,
fight,
listen to the
however,
words you're using.
It's
not a gunfight.
Max, you know,
It's a
ball. You
whole
get what I mean.
conversation.
Stay ready. You don't
So you
gotta
ain't gotta
get
get
ready.
ready.
I think, for the most part, like I said, if it puts me in a situation by bringing it up. In your mind, it's like, yes, when you bring it up, there's like a new horizon. Like, you could have better sexual interactions with this
after that,
person.
yeah.
But it's like, or it could get worse. And like,
It could
for the most part, like, if like a woman being insecure that's actually what I was gonna say. A woman being secure.
Yes.
A woman secure in herself is so.
That's a turn on.
It's a turn on.
Yeah.
It's just
and
like,
what does secure in herself mean? Her
whatever,
body,
her body, her job, her whatever.
Yeah.
Like her just feeling like I'm rooted in this place.
And I don't need the validation.
And I don't need the validation
it's
from
nice,
anything.
and thank you.
It's like that thing is a major turn on.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think us tempering with that thing or like in any way could definitely ruin.
And you think using your words will do that?
The moment you say that you could have done this better, it's just like, oh, like her.
I think, it's a matter of how you say it. Oh, can you try it like this?
Yeah, I think men work on delivery.
Yeah.
I don't think the issue is the communication.
Yeah.
From what I gather,
Yeah.
it's really just figure out how you're going to say it to her.
Be nice to women. We're sensitive.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. Shall we wrap it up, you guys? I've had the best time with you tonight. We have
much
gone
fun.
past midnight.
Yeah.
We're 49 seconds
I'm
past
saying,
midnight.
let's just take it to 1 o'clock.
Then you'll have to tell us something about massage therapy.
I can tell you about different oils that do amazing things.
Like what? Since we're here, since we've crossed over to 12:01.
The oils.
Wait, we need to know now. I need to go to Discam in the morning.
No, we can talk about it off air. Just talk any oil, it's anything.
Max, where can we find you online and what have you got going on?
You can find me everywhere online.
Yeah.
It is Maxx Tokeyo.
Spell it.
Tokeyo.
And double X.
Double X.
Yeah.
So MAXXTOKEYO. Everywhere.
Yeah.
I've got music out.
Yes, you do.
I've got shows coming. I'm kind of a big deal.
He's a big thing, and women are going to be trying to get with him, and he's not in that space.
And I'm not in that
yet.
space right now. I'm focused on the craft. I'm focused on building,
Yeah.
you know. But I've got a couple of shows lined up this week. Meet me at Pocket Bites, On the House, Perfect Noise this weekend. We're going to be doing some stuff there with the band.
Yeah.
And yeah, man,
Let's
check out
go.
my content online. It's fire.
Yeah.
We're dressing up.
Yeah.
We're doing a
Kalahari combination.
Kalahari combinations
Some
are
of my
available
favorite
on TikTok.
stuff.
Check
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. I'll teach you how to get dressed
You
up.
know, shout out, Max.
Yeah.
Kathy, where can we find you online?
Cathy Malejane across all social media platforms. And then, I'm here every Tuesday. I am here every Wednesday
on
to
Crunch
talk
Time.
business. And then I'm here every Sunday on Warm and Fuzzy, where we wrap up the week and we heal, we inspire, and then we wrap up with humor. And then I'm also on a podcast.
Moving humanity forward.
That's what's up.
I love it. Wolf Like Ross, if you're looking for me, and I'm a very easy woman to find. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, as well as X, right? Max, it's been an honor and a pleasure to have you. Please come back again. I hope we haven't scared
You know what I'm
off.
thinking?
Yeah.
In maybe a month or two,
Okay.
we bring Nicole and Max.
Oh,
Have that
la.
conversation.
Spice.
Yeah.
sugar, spice.
Sugar and spice.
And
Everything
everything
nice.
It's been an honor and pleasure, Max. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you
you for
guys
all
so
the
much
gems
for having
and,
me.
you being open to us in this conversation. And like Kathy said, we hope to have you back.
We'll be back.
Yeah, let's get off here so we can talk about oils now, all right?
Let's talk about the oils. Do you want to
100%. 12:03 is your time on Gabs FM, power to engage your world. Ladies and gents, the Purple Playroom. Good night.